Jack? Where's Jack? Where is he? Jack, I want to see you. Great job, Jack. Thank you. What a job you do. You know, we have an incredible thing. We're always talking about the fake news and the bad, but we have guys, and these are the guys who should be getting Pulitzers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Jack Posobiec live. We're here on Human Events Daily. And just to get this out, breaking news, Ryan Routh, the would-be assassin of President Donald Trump, has been found guilty on all charges by a federal jury in Florida. So guilty on all charges, including the attempted assassination of the president. I'm going to get in as much as I can the ability to figure out what the sentences are for this. And actually, producers, maybe you can get Blake Neff to pull that up for us. But look, this is a case where, again, it has to be said, the violence is coming from one direction. President Trump was almost killed twice last year. An ABC station was shot up just a couple of days ago in Sacramento. Charlie Kirk, the man who used to sit and should be sitting right now in this chair right next to me, was shot and killed by a violent leftist. Understand the situation. Know what time it is. How many times did Charlie say that? Know what time it is. Charlie knew what time it is. President Trump knew what time it is. Stephen Miller knew what time it is and knows what time it is. Do you know what time it is? Guy just got found guilty of trying to kill President Trump. And he was only one hole away. He was on the fifth green. He was on the sixth green. Trump was on the fifth. It was only a matter of minutes before he could have had a direct shot on President Trump before the election. Figure it out. Wake up. Something else that we are waking up to, though, is what's going on in health and what's going on with our children. And I wanted to bring on someone who has been a massive voice for children, and specifically talking about the issue of autism. Folks, Nicole Shanahan joins us next. Nicole, we're so honored to have you with us here today.
Jack, I'm so honored to be here with you today, day after a historic announcement on children's health, hearing the president speak openly about autism and its comorbidities. And many of us who knew subtle, there's some things that happened yesterday that were very unexpected. Trump did something so bold and so brave and so courageous. We were only supposed to hear about the studies on Tylenol and acetaminophen. And Trump decided in the moment, and I believe he embodied Charlie Kirk. I believe that something has happened to this nation, to our leadership in this nation, that we can no longer be silent. We must speak the truth. And yesterday Trump did. And you have to understand what a big deal this is, Jack, that Trump said that the childhood vaccine schedule is causing harm, needless harm. It's reckless, and it can be changed, and we will change it. He greenlit a mandate that the voters wanted. But as you very well know, things have to happen in a certain order for them to be successful. And HHS and Bobby have been incredibly conscientious and careful in how they approach change. It's a very heated political environment, our health. It's a very dangerous environment. Many good doctors have lost their licenses. Some have lost their lives. To underscore, I don't have the words to properly emphasize how groundbreaking what President Donald Trump did yesterday. And I have received messages from people who were worried about us leaving our campaign and Bobby leaving his campaign to join this administration, thinking that Bobby would get silenced, that Bobby wouldn't get a big enough stage. Donald Trump has done exactly the opposite, and there is no more doubt in the MAHA movement that President Donald Trump is the first president who is brave enough to take on the entrenched Big Pharma lobby and do what is needed to finally protect our children.
It's incredible to see, and to anyone who's gone through this or had children been affected by this, it's truly something incredible to see him use his ability as the public figure that he is, as well as the president, the leader of all of us, to do something for the children. Now, I'll ask you this, though. Do you think this is the end of the story on childhood autism? Because I do see a lot of people saying that they think it's a great first step, but that the story will continue.
Oh, this is the teeniest scratch of the surface, but it's opening the valve for us to bring forward all of the other incredible research that has been silenced over the years. One of the challenges, and I just want to speak to the millions of mothers out there who feel that somehow they're to blame. You're not to blame at all. What President Trump did yesterday was he put doctors in a position to finally provide the right kind of information to parents. He is now allowing information to be made directly to moms so that they can make the right decision. There is no blame here. Moms, we know everyone out there is doing the very best with the information that you have. And the sad reality is information has been kept from you intentionally. And what we're going to learn is that autism is not just a psychiatric disorder, that almost all autism cases have some form of biomedical comorbidity. These are apraxia, dyspraxia, which limits a child's brain in its capability, its motor planning capability to speak. And we're going to finally hear about apraxia and dyspraxia and how underdiagnosed it is amongst these children who are the parents are told it's just a psychiatric disorder. That's why they're not speaking. No, they're not speaking because
Nicole,
there is a neurologic condition.
And it's so, I've heard so many messages, and our producers have heard so many messages from moms and girls and their friend groups talking about this. I think this is something the moms knew something was up, and it was the moms who pushed this forward because the moms were saying something was not right. And to me, it really, and you as well, right? As a mother and my wife and, Tanya, and there's something incredible about the moms taking the forefront on this, and the moms had to come to the dads and, Erica and Charlie, and it became Charlie became such a proponent of MAHA and such a proponent of this issue where it really was mom driven. And I think I just think it's amazing. I really do.
No, I spoke with my autism mom mentor. I'm an autism mom. That's what brought me into politics. I sold my AI company. I was a very successful patent AI lawyer. And 2 months after my daughter's autism diagnosis, I knew I had a new job, much more important, and that was figuring out what was going on with my child who was suffering from all of these different things that were new to me. I'd never seen anything like this. And moms have sought out other moms. They've been, talk about gaslighting. The amount of gaslighting that mothers have experienced is extraordinary, so much so that there's so much pain in this community. The autism community is full of courage. It is full of mightiness, but it is full of a lot of pain as well. And the desire to help our children, that's what unites us autism moms. We might have political differences, but we love, love, love our children so much. And, autism doesn't define who they are. Chronic illness does not define who they are, but we want their full expression of who they are because we want to take away these hurdles. We want to take away these things that are just making the day-to-day so difficult for them. And we want to see them thriving. That's all. That's all. And it's not about politics. It's about love at the end of all of this effort. And it's about the right to thrive. Why would we be preventing any child or family from fully expressing its full potential and full happiness?
No, it's not political at all. It's not political at
No.
all. It's about health. It's a health issue. It's a children's issue. Children obviously are not, left or right or whatever. And people are, not left or right. We're still people. We're still humans. We're still all members of this country and members of this planet. And it's something where if we can figure it out here in the United States, we can figure it out everywhere and hopefully share that. Nicole Shanahan, I hope you will hold on with us. We have a quick break, but I hope you'll stay because we have so much more to get to. And I really want to get to as much as we can here on the program today. Real America's Voice, Human Events Daily. Right back.